Hey, Tippy Dave in the South. Alright, this will be the first part of second update on the YellowJacket MST transmission. Tear down and rebuild. Or should we say redo, because it really don't need rebuilding. What it is I discovered is that this is, as I suspected at one point, the gears are turned around, these two here, for the purpose of being on a rear engine rider. Now the only other thing this transmission would be good for, unless you had spare parts like I do, is for a four-wheel drive application if you decided to build one. It has really short shafts in this one. When I put my new hubs on, them hubs slide up to here but flush with it, and there's not even room for a thrust washer. When I put the snap ring on here, there's not even room for a thrust washer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking out the shafts of the MST 205 and using, and it has a spacer like this that comes out, and then the hub fills up the rest of the shaft just perfectly, and that'll give me a wider stance. Now, as you can see, the bearings that I had listed on another post and a video on West Coast Lawnmowers is these bearings, they fit perfectly. Now, for the time being, I just did a mock-up. The bearings are installed, and I'm going to pull at least one seal off. I haven't decided whether to go with a free flow design. You know, these seals look to be a pretty good seal. So I'll probably remove both seals off of these bearings here and allow the oil to flow completely through the bearing on up to this seal, because I figured if I didn't do that and I left this seal on here, say on the outside, then this seal would run dry and then it would, you know, just tear it up because it wouldn't have no oil lubricating it. Alright, so the one thing that I'll be changing out or adding to is I need the shaft. This shaft for this gear cluster right here to be changed out with the 205. The only difference between the shafts is this spline. This gear is splined to the shaft. This gear free floats. I can use these same two gears, just put them on the MST 205 shaft, and that'll allow me to put this gear over here where it belongs, and this driving gear right here. Then I'm going to take the necessary gears out. I haven't compared them side by side, but take necessary gears out and make it a 5-speed or 4-speed. I haven't decided yet on that. As far as locking the rear end, for the time being I've decided against it. What I am going to do is I'm going to take, it'll be with these shafts and the other bowl gear that I got, spider gears, and I got an idea for a locker, and I'm going to try it out. That'll give me something to experiment with. In the meantime, I can use this thing, and that was my purpose for getting this, is it was supposed to be a bolt-up deal, which it was not. So, there's the update on that. I'll do another video when I get ready to take both parts out of both transmissions, merge them together, and make one transmission with the bearings in there. And I believe that's going to be a whole lot more sturdy and last longer than it would without them bearings. They cost me, it was $20 and some change with tax, which wasn't bad. A little more than what the fella I got the video from and posted. I think he paid $10 and something shipped, or maybe it was $10 and something a piece. I don't remember, but regardless, it's half the price at least of the factory bearing, and which is a needle bearing with an extra shell or a spacer that goes around it, and I think ball bearing would be superior to it. If it was a bigger cage needle bearing, that might be different. But anyway, stay tuned for the next update after this one. Hippie Dave in the South, out. Alright, I got a MST 205 took apart, and here's the difference that I was looking for. This is the free spinning. This is on splines, exactly opposite. LDM is 203. So I'll just be changing out this shaft. I have an extra speed. Well, 2 speeds. Well, I'm trying to figure out. This says a 5-speed. It's got 1, 2, 3. And these 2 gears are the same. And these 2 gears, they look the same diameter. Oh well. And I found the bearings that go in this race. I'll be getting them on Monday. So I'll be putting together a new tranny for the YellowJacket. Yippee out.